Hello, this is Alondra Chapman here, coming to you from Oakland, California. And today I have a guest joining me. I know her as Tay, but go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, my name's Shiante Alcorn-Suarez. I also go by Tay, Big Tay in the gym if you see me. I'm a Bay Area native, specifically Oakland, born and raised here.
So tell us a little bit about how it was growing up in Oakland.
Okay, so specifically the schools I went to were in San Leandro. So
Okay.
I went to elementary in San Leandro, middle school, and high school. And that's pretty much where I grew up, like outside of Oakland. My grandma lived in Oakland, but I grew up like in San Leandro and Oakland. So I was
Okay.
between both households. So yeah.
Okay. And then where'd you go to college?
I went to college in Baton Rouge, Louisiana,
Oh,
Southern
fun.
University.
Okay.
Go Jags.
And
Go
I've
Jags.
never actually been to Louisiana. That is definitely one of the places on my to-do list of places to visit because I want some food. I
Oh
like to
yeah,
travel for food.
me
So
too. Got to
it's
get there.
I definitely New Orleans is on high on the list.
Definitely.
Did you grow up in a big family?
I would say I have like a bit of a smaller family. My family's originally from the East Coast and then they migrated over here. And yeah, we're a pretty small family, I would
Okay.
say.
Okay. And then
Yeah.
what hobbies and sports growing up were the biggest interest to you?
So, believe it or not, I was very, very shy. Very shy. mm, I would say kindergartner area, or what age group is that? Like 4 or 5 years old. That's when my mom realized I was very shy and
Hmm.
very just kind of nervous to be around other kids. So she's like, I need to do something to bring out this shyness with my kid.
Hmm.
I'm going to put her into cheerleading. Maybe that will,
Okay.
help her with her social skills and things like that. So I started cheerleading for the San Leandro Crusaders
Okay.
from 5 years old until I would say maybe high school age, at
Okay.
maybe like 15 or something like that.
Hmm.
So that was my thing. That along with gymnastics and dance, it's all pretty much the same. But yeah, I found my passion with like cheerleading and gymnastics. So
And
yeah,
you did that in college too, right?
I was a collegiate cheerleader in college.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And then what did that lead to as far as sports in your adult life?
Yeah, so being a competitive cheerleader from a very young age. So not only was I a cheerleader for St. Crusaders, I then uh, was on a competitive team that we just competed around the Bay Area, and then I did cheer in high school. So um, as an adult, always being on a team, I've felt a bit lost. Like, what should I do as an adult? So working out was just second nature to me.
Hmm.
So I tried CrossFit
Okay.
and it's super competitive, but the lifts are very advanced and it just takes time to learn that. So
Sure.
then just working out was always like my outlet, was my thing. I'm super competitive. I love to just get better at whatever it is or challenge. But that's kind of what drove me to fitness or weightlifting, bodybuilding,
Hmm.
from being young and playing sports, and um, now a pro
Yeah. So
bodybuilder.
let's talk about that. What was your first show?
Ooh, first show. Let's see. First show, 2019,
Okay.
November 2nd, 2019. What was that? The Sacramento Classic, or was it the
SAC championships.
SAC
Uh-huh.
Championship? Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
2019, my very first show. It was a big show. It was like over 500 competitors.
Okay.
And yeah, it was a pretty
And
big show.
so doing your first show, what would you say was the most challenging part? Of course, cheerleading and bodybuilding don't necessarily go hand in hand.
Right.
Um, that transition from a cheerleading athlete to a bodybuilding athlete, how is that transformation for you?
That transformation was trusting the process,
Hmm.
locking in on nutrition, something that was very
Yeah.
difficult for me. Like, I would work out every day, but
Hmm.
wouldn't lock in with my nutrition. And
Hmm.
I would not see the results that I seen with actually committing to a show and just following the plan, trusting the process, and seeing results week by week. So that was something that helped me through my prep, and
Hmm.
and also having a partner who competes as well, and we
Right.
studied and we would go to shows and just learning what divisions are and categories and things like that. So that actually helped out a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So What is your category that you compete in?
So the category I compete in is wellness.
And
So,
where does that stack up against bikini or traditional bodybuilding?
so wellness is relatively new, new to, I would say, the United States.
Hmm.
In other countries, wellness has been a thing.
Hmm.
So wellness is for women that has more lower body development,
Hmm.
which is something that I didn't even know that I had until you pointed it out in my posing coach Stella. Like, you got those quads on you,
Hmm.
girl. And I'm like, I do? Like, yeah, you can't be bikini with those legs. I'm like, okay, I don't, what do I do?
Well, not true. You can be,
Yes, yes.
but that's not the look.
That's not the look
And
to be
that
quad
is
dominant.
why wellness came into play, because
Exactly.
there are those folks who absolutely have these amazing quads, amazing
Yeah,
hamstrings and glutes, and they didn't really have a place. Now,
exactly.
I would have been wellness 100% if that had been available for me to compete in when I first started, because I've always, I mean, I ran track.
Mhm.
I played a lot of sports that required you to jump. So
Mhm.
volleyball, basketball. So I had legs.
Yeah.
I was told, just ironically, several times, you need to get your legs down. You need to get your legs
Yeah.
down to fit into figure. So I did figure it out, but I would have been right there with you with
Mhm.
wellness if that was the thing to do back in 2009,
Yeah.
2010, somewhere in there.
And it's like you're fighting against your genetics. So if you naturally
Right,
just have like these legs, it's like I got to get my legs down, and then
right, right, right.
so that's a whole nother strategic planning thing you have to do, and just different. I just
Yeah, but that actually fit really well for you.
yeah.
So that led to an amazing
Oh
accomplishment
yeah.
in, what was that,
20
2022?
2022 because
Yes,
so let's go back to 2019. I
right.
think I entered as a bikini athlete,
Correct. Right.
and that's all. Yeah, it was just bikini figure, and yeah, I was pretty much bikini. I was new to the sport, so you definitely want to start off. I mean, with bikini, but then I think we competed again in 2020,
Hmm.
and that's when we realized, yeah, you're definitely wellness.
And that's also when wellness kind of took off,
Yeah.
because prior to 2020, 2021,
Hmm.
and of course with 2020, that was the COVID year for sure, so there weren't too many shows going on, but 2021 is really when wellness kind of took off,
Hmm.
and a lot more people were. And it's funny, whenever there's a new category, there's a bunch of people trying to
Yeah.
figure out, like, where do I fit in? Should I go wellness? So there's a whole bunch of people doing wellness, and they don't really necessarily fit. And then also the leagues are trying to figure out, well, what is the look that we're
What's
actually
the look?
going for? So there's just an array of people
Hmm.
in wellness, but I think we're pretty good
Oh
now.
yeah, we figured it out. We
Yes.
we definitely figured it out, which led up to the big win in 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. So 2022, I reached out, coach, I'm ready, my mind is right. I'm ready to go get my pro card. And I locked in, and she said, "All right, let's get to it. You got work to do." And I said, "I'm ready." Like, I'm mentally there this
Hmm.
time. And we locked in, and we had a game plan and said, "Okay, you need to get your pro card." Um,
At this
at
particular show.
at this show. It was like literally right after my birthday. I said, "Okay, I'm gonna do that." And then we're going to Olympia. Okay. I just said, "Okay." And I just followed the plan to the T. And at that show, I won my pro card. I'm like, yes, check box. Yay.
Exactly.
So that happened. And
Yes.
then she said, "All right, we're on our way to Olympia. Let's look at your feedback, and let's get busy."
Now, with that year, it was the first full year that wellness was being offered in
Yeah.
the IMBA. So normally the pros have to do at least one show, or
Yes.
especially if you get your pro card in that particular calendar year, you have to do a debut as a pro before going to
Correct.
Olympia. But you had kind of a different we'll say, because there was no real way for you to do your debut.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
what was that story?
So how that all worked out, I was told that I would have to compete again at the amateur Olympia, which is the day before Olympia, as
Hmm.
an amateur. Even though I won my pro card, I didn't register as a pro just yet.
Hmm.
Um, so we competed for amateur Olympia. I
Hmm.
won.
Hmm.
Um, first ever one, amateur Olympia. So I earned another pro card.
Mm-hmm.
So then I registered as a pro,
The next day.
the next day.
Yes.
And then we were ready to compete at Olympia.
Mm-hmm.
And I won that again.
Yeah.
So
it doesn't get sweeter than that,
it
right?
doesn't- yes.
You get your pro card in July,
Mm-hmm.
and then you compete at the Amateur Natural Olympia and then win that.
Correct.
And then the next day you win the Professional Natural Olympia
Yes.
and first ever wellness
First ever
champion.
history.
Yes, congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
That was amazing.
Yes.
What would you say was the highlight of that weekend? Because the Natural Olympia runs from Thursday to Sunday, so we do a press conference typically on Thursday. We will do on Friday amateurs, and then all day Saturday pros, and then Sunday is the special awards and Hall of Fame inductees, professional autographs, all that. So what was your highlight of that weekend?
I would honestly say the highlight was just walking on that stage and experiencing that. I've always attended Natural Olympia, supporting you, supporting my partner, supporting my teammates, but to finally have that moment where I'm on that stage and I'm able to show all of my hard
All
work.
eyes on me.
Yes, and I have all the eyes on me, and it's like, okay, I'm here.
Yeah.
That was the highlight. And then
But you got to grace the stage more than once.
And then win, and
Yes.
then and make history, like as the first ever, and set the tone, like this is the look,
Yeah.
and then walk off stage and then have folks I've never seen before just greet me and just tell me how amazing I did, and asking for my autograph the next day. It was just overwhelming, but with great feeling. Like I can't even explain. I'm still in awe about it, honestly.
It's a great feeling.
It's a great feeling. It took me a while to process it.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a lot.
Especially because we watch and we see others do that. I know you've watched me a few times get on that stage, and I will say, for me personally, knowing all of the history of all the shows I've done from back in 2010 all the way through till 2018 when I got on the Natural Olympia stage for the first time. That was like, okay, ooh, I'm up here now. Let me see what this is like. And then definitely in the top 4 in my first showing on that stage, I was like, okay, not bad, Alondra, but you can do better. Got my feedback, took that back to the gym and said, okay, we're gonna work on these shoulders for a year, since that was my feedback. Get your shoulders up. Okay, we're gonna work on that. Then coming back a year later, now in between, of course, there was Greece, which was amazing. I have to do a whole talk about Greece, because that was absolutely amazing, from the food to the people. It was just fantastic. So Greece, and then Muscle Beach.
Oh yeah.
Muscle Beach was awesome. And then the Natural Universe the week before the Natural Olympia, and then going to the Natural Olympia and coming home with a first place at every show but Greece that year was awesome.
Oh yeah.
And there was a lot of build up to that, right? From 2018 Natural Olympia, and then all of the shows in between, and then finally getting to that stage and coming home with the win.
Yes.
That was something. That was something, because I had to prove myself, right? The year before, not bad, but coming back to win, amazing. And then coming back 2 more times to win again, the second and third. Yeah, that was awesome. Definitely an amazing feeling to be.
And it's an honor to have you coach me, because it's like you've already experienced that. How many times, Champ? How many?
It's a 3 time.
It's a 3 time, like something like just 3. And it's amazing, because you've done it and you have the game plan, you have the experience. So it's like, why not just trust, all the advice that you have.
And it works.
And it
right?
works.
Like,
so it's just like
it's hard work.
It's hard. It's very hard.
Hard work, but every step of the way, you can watch what your body is doing.
Yeah.
You control what you put in your mouth. You control, your output for cardio, for your lifts, and making sure that mentally you're good. All the rehab, all the recovery work, all of that stuff plays into this amazing package that you present on the stage. Posing too. And let's talk about posing.
Posing.
So
yes.
Posing has been a game changer,
Oh yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
So I watched back the 2018 Natural Olympia, and I looked at myself. I was like, "Ooh, girl, come
Ooh.
on now. You know, you look all right,
Yeah.
but now and so Stella is our posing coach, and she is absolutely amazing. I worked with Stella maybe 2 or 3 times before the 2018 Olympia, so we
Uh-huh.
kind of did a little something, but clearly not enough.
Yeah.
Then when I came back for 2019, one of the judges said to me, "You were not posing like that last year." And I was like, "No, I was not." But it is such a game
Oh yeah.
changer.
Posing is
And
very
you are
important.
really good at
Oh
that.
yeah.
So talk a little bit about how posing changed you and now what you're doing with that.
Oh yeah. So I have a story too. 2019. I look back. I look
The
back
first
at
listen, the
the
first
first.
show, you're always
Yeah,
like, "I don't even
nervous.
know
You
if
have
I'm supposed to
no.
be
It
here."
was a
And
hot mess. I
yeah.
can honestly say. I mean, I was confident. I walked out there and I say, "Okay, y'all want a show? I'm gonna give you one." But it was a hot mess, and everyone, they still loved it. They're like, "You were amazing," but that's not what they wanted to see. I'm like, "Oh my gosh." Hips were tucked under. I'm just walking, but I was confident. I
Uh-huh.
had fun, and
That's
that's
good.
they
The
want to show.
confidence
The
shows.
confidence shows.
Yes.
Um, and I will keep that video in my phone. No one will see that. No one.
We're gonna show a little clip.
Maybe we'll put one in there, just a small clip. So once Stella, so I've been working with Stella since 2019,
Mhm.
and from any type of element she'll give me, I would nail it. So she would kind of add more advanced posing with me, and she knew that I was like a quick learner
Mhm.
and one of the stronger posers that she's you know had. So it just came natural, I guess. My background,
Mhm.
cheer,
Mhm.
dance. I think that plays a part
One
of
thing
it.
I love is seeing dancers pose
Oh yeah.
because they know where their bodies are in
Hmm.
space. I mean, it's also a good thing when I ask people when they first come in the gym, have you played any sports? Do you dance? Because I know that you have a body awareness.
Oh yeah.
It's hard when folks don't,
Oh yeah.
even more so when it comes to posing, because if you don't know where those feet are going and they're going both up and left, it's a problem.
It is a huge problem. It's not cute on stage, and points will be deducted most likely for
A little something.
a little something. But yeah,
Yes.
definitely, posing is key. You don't want to do all the hard work, the dieting down,
Right.
and get on stage and look like you're not presenting well.
Correct.
You'll be overlooked. Someone can come on stage that looks all right
Hmm.
and outpose you, and
Right.
that's going to suck if you lose to someone who outposed you, but
You look
you look
better.
better.
Hmm. Yeah.
And yeah, so which led to, me coming up with great routines
Hmm.
and killing it, outposing everyone, winning awards for, best
Best
breast
presentation. Hmm.
presentation. And Stella saw, all of my greatness, I guess. And she's like, "Oh, yeah, you're going to be a posing coach." So, yeah, I am a posing coach for power stance posing.
Awesome.
Um, and we actually have a posing clinic coming soon, February 10th,
Okay.
12 o'clock,
Yeah. Where's that going to be?
Fitness 19 in Oakland.
Okay.
So we have a big posing clinic for novice athletes, pros, come jump in, slide us a DM, and, we'll get the registration
Well,
going.
like I said, posing changes
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
As a judge sitting at the table, when I look at the line of athletes, it doesn't matter what category it is, but
Hmm.
especially for the guys when they're doing their bodybuilding
Oh,
poses,
yeah.
or any of the female athletes that are doing women's physique or women's bodybuilding. I want to see your muscles
Yes.
and I want to see your symmetry. And if you can't show it to me, I'm sitting there just waiting and waiting, like, please show me what I see on you. But if
Yeah.
the symmetry is off, or, you can't quite spread your lats or show, the amazing delts that you have, it's just like, I'm disappointed. I just want to see it.
Give it to me.
But
Come
yeah,
on,
but
please.
but I can't award it if you can't show it.
Yeah,
So the posing is it's so crucial.
it's very crucial. And, you have to incorporate it in your daily routine. So things
Mhm.
that I would do, I do my cardio, I eat throughout the day, I'm drinking my water, I'll do my lift. And then after my lift, I'm going to pose.
Mhm.
Always.
Mhm.
I don't care if it's 15 minutes, 30 minutes, I'm going to pose
Mhm.
just so I get in the rhythm of things. And then as your body changes throughout the prep,
Hmm.
poses may change. What
Yeah,
you
true.
started with, you know, may not look the same once you lost a lot of weight and things
Yeah,
are starting to pop. Maybe your left side looks better than your right side. So you have to pose
you
like
got to
to see.
practice.
You have to practice. You have to learn how to breathe and walk, and heels is another story, another day.
The one thing I will say that I definitely say to all the athletes who come in to our team
Hmm.
is hit your 4 poses, your 4 quarter turns every day.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be 15 minutes, but before or after you shower, you got a mirror, you're right there. Hit those
Yeah.
quarter turns just once a day
Hmm.
and just get in the routine of getting in and out of those poses easily.
Yep.
And it will, as you progress, it'll get better and
Yeah.
easier, but you got to do it.
You have to do it. I think the reason why I do it after my lift, because you have a nice pump, you feeling good,
Well,
you're
there is
looking
that.
good, and then it's like, okay, my shoulders are popping right now, let me pose. Um so it's a routine for me, but definitely getting comfortable with your body as it
Hmm.
changes, getting comfortable with what's my front pose,
Hmm.
what's my
Yeah,
my quarter
that's
turn
important
poses, things
too.
like that, what looks right.
Hmm.
And sometimes you just aren't aware of what looks right. And that's why you have a coach to check in with, who can give you feedback on this pose is not looking right. Your toes are
Hmm.
turned in and your back's arched out and your arm is, wrong hand on the hip or something's going on.
Yeah.
Or for the guys, you're not opening up your lats. And that takes
Hmm.
time to learn how to
Hmm.
do that. And,
That mind muscle
that
connection.
connection takes a
Hmm.
lot of time. So it's the sooner you start practicing and getting into a routine with that, it'll be easier,
Yeah.
a lot easier.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, I know one thing that I talk about
Hmm.
with, especially like first timers,
Yeah.
about the support that you either have or don't have when it comes to competing. Um, you definitely hope that the closest people to you support you,
Hmm.
but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. But how has your support been for your competitions? And I know you said your partner
Hmm.
is also a competitor. How about the rest of your support system?
But my family, I've been competing since a young age, and they know like when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. Um, they support anything I do, any decisions that I make. When it comes to food, they do not really understand.
That's a little
That's
different.
a little different. It's like, oh well, here you could just eat a salad. No, I can't just eat a salad. I need to eat, whatever my coach
What's on the
what's on the
plan?
plan, and
Yes.
whatever that is, I have to eat that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, just go vegan. No, that's not. But they're supportive. They understand. They understand when I don't have energy to attend family events, or
Mhm.
when I'm bringing my own food, and it's no offense to anyone. I just have to stick to the plan. Or if I decline an invite somewhere, it's because I don't want to get tempted
Right.
to eat a little cupcake or something, whatever it is. So it's,
Knowing
they
that you're
understand.
4 days out from your
I'm 4
show.
days out, like just I'm moody, I'm tired, but just we're gonna hang out once I
Yeah.
get through, this prep. So, after a couple of years of competing, they finally like they understand. They're
Mhm.
like, oh, she'll come around. It's not personal. It's
Right.
personal for me, but towards them, it's nothing personal. Like I will be back social again and hanging out and stuff. But let me just get through this
Yeah.
first for me. And then my team,
Mhm.
I have a huge supportive
Mhm.
team. We
Mhm.
all support each other. We have a group chat. Um, we have side conversations. Hey, girl, you at the gym? Okay, come help me pose. All right,
Oh
I'm going to
yeah.
do that. Let's go cardio together at 6 o'clock. All right, let's go. So we are all like sisters on the team. We all support each other. Yeah, I just think I have a huge and a great support system.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That is awesome. That is the one thing
definitely.
that I think is the biggest separation from a good team and
Mm.
not, is having those folks that will show up just to grind out some cardio,
Oh yeah.
or just to support you if it's we got to go and practice posing
Mm-hmm.
and grind that out for 30 minutes today, even though no one wants to.
No, yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely something to look forward to. And we all kind of migrate together too
Oh
as we
yeah.
go to the shows and
Mm-hmm.
support each other. It's awesome to see
Getting
that.
getting teammates ready in the back, putting on lashes for them, adjusting their suits. All the
Doing
support.
each
Yeah.
other's makeup
Makeup.
and
Doing each other's makeup and
whatever it takes.
whatever it takes
Yeah.
to get on that
Hey,
stage and go. Like, we all come in where we're needed, and yeah. So if someone needs a shoe here, you know, you lost your shoe, take my shoes, and maybe 2 sizes small, but here's my suit if you need it too. So we
Right.
all, you know, we all jump in where it's needed. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's
So what's next for Tay?
what's next. So right now, stay tuned. No, right now, we're just focused on just
Hmm.
building. I have some areas of improvement that we want to see. So until, you know, we reach that point, then it'll be go time. But right now, just building.
Hmm.
Bodybuilding is one of those sports you don't have to rush it. It
You
takes
can't
time.
rush
You
it.
can't rush it.
There is no rushing
There's
a
no
body.
rush.
No. Bodybuilding is just it's a sport, especially if you do it right,
Yeah,
that takes years and years to build the physique that you want. And of course, sometimes you outgrow one category and
exactly.
go into the next, as you know,
Oh yeah.
from bikini to wellness. And, who knows what's going to grow from that.
Yeah.
At least now we see with several members on the team,
Mhm.
um, bikini to wellness or bikini to figure.
Mhm.
No one has done bodybuilding yet on our team, but that's not to say that won't happen. We'll see.
Yeah.
I can see one of them possibly going into female
Ooh.
bodybuilding. We'll
Ooh.
see.
Ooh.
We'll see.
Ooh.
But again, the posing is
Yeah.
everything. The posing is absolutely everything. So you got to be ready to get out there and show
You
that
have to
too.
show that. That's the fun part for me. Like, you want a performance? Okay, I'll do a cartwheel and yeah.
Do you have any specific goals
I
for what you want to
for what I
do?
want to do in the future, or
Hmm.
as for what I'm
For
working on for
bodybuilding?
bodybuilding. I definitely do have some goals. I it's a lot. It's going to take time, but I want to earn my IFBB Pro card.
Okay.
That's a goal of mine. It's always been a goal of mine. I
Hmm.
want to see what it's like. I know it's going to be hard work. I know that federation is different from the federation that I compete in.
Hmm.
It's a totally different
Hmm.
look.
Hmm.
And that's a whole nother topic for another day.
Hmm.
But I did start competing in that federation, my
Hmm.
first show, and I do understand the differences and things
Hmm.
like that.
Hmm.
Um, but for right now, that's a long shot. But for right now, I just want to see some more improvements. You know, we're growing the legs. I think bodybuilding grow bigger. You know,
Yeah.
I want to, build more. So
Hmm.
I don't want to trim down, and
No,
I want to build. I think
know,
bodybuilding get bigger. I want
the
to build.
the phase you're in right now,
Yeah,
where you're kind of you've done all the work.
yeah.
You earned that title,
Hmm.
and now where do you go from there? Well, you kind of set the tone.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the same position I'm in. Like you're setting the tone for what is coming next,
Hmm.
especially after 3 titles. I definitely want to see either myself or the next person set the tone for what we're looking for the next year.
Yeah.
So me sitting on the judges table this past November for the Natural Olympia, again, I'm looking at, what are the winners looking like and setting the tone for the following year for my athletes.
Oh
This is
yeah.
what you should be looking like
Oh
when
yeah.
you get up there and represent yourself in this team. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Definitely. We'll see. I might get on that stage again and win my title back.
Hey,
I mean, the first ever coming back. That's gonna be something.
we will see.
We
We
will
will
see.
see.
We're just right now. We're just building. So
Yeah.
when it's go time, and coach look at me like, all right, it's go time. Then it will be go time. But until then, we're just gonna,
Keep
keep
building.
keep building and keep working now.
Yes. Now, how many days a week do you train right now?
So right now in our building phase, about 4 day, I would say about 4 days.
Hmm.
4 days
You're
of
lifting
training.
four
Four
days.
days, yeah.
And how much cardio?
Cardio about 3 times a week. Yeah, very light.
Yeah.
Very light.
Keeping it simple.
Keeping it simple. And she, you just incorporated that cardio now because I'm like, oh, coach, I'm kind of, this Vulcan. You're like, all right,
Just ease a
just ease it
little,
on in. I
little
haven't
cardio.
done cardio in a
As a
while.
pro athlete, you have to maintain everything,
Oh
your
yeah.
conditioning, of course, whatever focus groups you're working on,
Mhm.
everything, your whole
Mhm.
body, but specifically keying in on those focus areas. But the conditioning can't be in the toilet.
Yeah.
You got to keep that because, again, we know it's too hard to turn it all the way and crank it all the way up when you've been doing nothing.
Right.
So you just, we got to more the mid range in the off
Yeah.
season. Some, but not too much.
You don't want to lose the gains because it takes a long time
No.
as a natural athlete to put on the muscle, and it bodybuilding's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
You just have to stay on point. You don't have to be on the strict diet prep. There's still cheat meals incorporated in, off season. However, it's, you're not just losing all the gains by not working out and just eating all these crappy foods and things like that. But you just have to stay on point if you're just kind of serious about what you want to do. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty serious, so
Yeah.
and I don't ever want to fall off.
No.
So, and I'm just like one of those people. I'm not going to ever fall off. Like, I'm going to keep building. I'm
There
going
you
to keep,
go.
you know,
So
keep
talk a
going.
little bit about your nutrition for if you're absolutely in season, getting
Mhm.
ready for a show versus off season.
So, I am actually a sponsored athlete for a meal prep company called Light as a Feather,
Awesome.
which is amazing
Mhm.
because it saves me time with making my meals and having them ready. So, how that looks is you will provide my meal plan. I send it to them. Hey, here's my meal plan. They prepare the meals and deliver it to
So
me.
do they literally prepare it to whatever it is that you have on plan?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes, because we carb cycle. So if it's high day, high, low, low, they will even write it on my meals with
Nice.
a post-it, high day, low day, high
Okay.
day, low day.
I might need to
And
hit them up.
oh yes, and I just grab and go.
Yeah.
It's in the fridge. I just grab and go, and I have nothing else to worry about. I make my own breakfast in the morning,
Okay.
and then whatever little snacks throughout the day, I do that. But when it comes to prepping during in season or when I'm prepping for a show, everything is strategic.
Mm-hmm.
The meals have to be ate on time. There's
Mm-hmm.
alarms on my phone for meal one, meal 2.
Mm-hmm.
Water starts first thing in the morning when I'm out the bed. I'm trying to chug. I at least try to get like about a half a gallon by noon, so I can
Mm-hmm.
be done by 6. So
Sure.
I'm not. Everything is very strategic.
Yeah.
If I'm having any issues, I'm reaching out to my coach.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not digesting this well, or I'm over this
Right.
dish, or
Mm-hmm.
what can we do to swap? I'm having cravings. What can I eat that's crunchy?
Mm-hmm.
And you know me, I'm a texture. I'm all about texture. I need crunchy peanut butter. I need a cucumber. Okay, today go ahead and get a carrot or something.
If a cucumber is the only problem in
Yeah,
life.
she's like, go get a cucumber then. All right, thank you. So it's very strategic. Now, off season, there's more dates. So we're going out to eat a little more, but it's still like being mindful of portions and things like
Yes.
that. And when you do go out, there's more sodium, there's all kind of preservatives. So things are different. You'll
Yeah.
notice, you feel kind of we know the quality
Mm-hmm.
of food when we go out.
Mm-hmm.
But just being mindful about portion control and
Sure.
just
But still enjoying life.
but enjoying life.
Yeah.
It's balance. It's
And
balance.
that's the thing that I think people, especially everybody's always looking at laundry. Like, what are you eating? What's in your grocery
yeah.
cart? If I see people in Safeway, but it's not just this crazy regimented life where you can't have anything. And, I don't enjoy things. I mean, I like to cook.
Oh
So,
yeah, you make your own.
and I'm not cooking over the holidays with sugar-free.
No,
That
you're cooking.
I'm cooking. I'm
Yeah.
cooking everything regular. And my husband is not going to eat light dairy-free, sugar-free, nothing, right?
Yeah.
So, yes, we're eating and we have, enjoyable times, but obviously when it's time to be strict,
It's time to be strict.
we are locked in
Yeah, we're
100%.
locked in. We're not using butter. We're going to use,
Nothing.
nothing.
You said Light as a Feather does your meal prep
Mhm.
in season. Do you use them off season
Oh
as
yes,
well? Okay.
I use them off season. Yeah, I
Okay.
definitely use them off season. So they also have Light as a Feather has 3 types of plans. So they have like a lean plan, which if you're into macros, it's like if you're trying to shred. So,
Mhm.
or I would say a shred plan. And then
Mhm.
there's like this moderate, like maintenance plan. And then
Mhm.
there's like a bulking. So there's
I
more
see.
food. So you can pick out of the 3 and they'll prepare your meals and you're good to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for
You're
joining me. It's been great to
anytime.
have you, and I'm sure that we'll need an update when it's time for you to
Oh
get back
yes.
on that
Oh
stage
yes, I will be back.
because we want to see that second
They want to see
title.
that second title. Want me to
Yes.
come back and redeem my title.
Exactly.
The
Exactly.
first ever
Hey,
Miss
you
Wellness.
can't take that away though.
You can't. No. The first ever on your team too.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. I have to make a comeback.
Now we need a bikini title.
Oh, definitely.
Figure wellness
A
and
bikini.
bikini.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'll be
for
amazing.
sure. Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us, and join us again when we come back. We will definitely discuss a little bit more with the bodybuilding world, and we'll be joined by a few more athletes. So, again, if there's anyone out there that wants to sit down and have a chat with me about your experience as a female bodybuilder, or the guys too, I'm not going to discriminate, but I definitely want to make a space for the ladies. So, thank you, and we'll see you back soon.